Hi, welcome back to Hey Miss Kelda. This is Kelda Lang Poynott, author and educator. Today's question is question 23. How do you handle criticism? First, I want you to think very hard. Is this a personal attack from someone, or are you just sensing or feeling attacked because of your own insecurity? Because criticism might feel like an attack, but it's really maybe just questioning. Maybe there's a curiosity. Maybe someone in your life is really interested and curious about the way that you're doing things and the decisions that you've made regarding homeschooling or your parenting style or anything like that. So I like to meet criticism with humor, maybe a little sarcasm, and I definitely meet it with a smile because I have realized over the years that some of my harshest critics have turned out to be some of my strongest supporters because I handled it in a way that I handled their questions and their concerns in a way that didn't alienate them. I didn't take them on the defensive. Maybe in my heart it hurt me a little bit and it did and it challenged me a little bit, but I tried to meet it where they were. And I know that when I first approached homeschooling with friends who were homeschooling, I was challenging and a little bit arrogant in my opinion of what education was because after all, I had a master's degree in education. So surely I knew the answers. But what I came to realize, and it was very humbling, is that they were right and I was misguided. So sometimes I meet it with a sense of humor, especially just like the do gooder ladies at the grocery store who make comments about my kids being out of school on a weekday. I also meet criticism sometimes with silent resolve. And this is usually with family members who don't know and don't really care to understand and don't really, they have a vested interest in me and my family, but they don't necessarily want they just want to judge. They just want to judge what I'm doing. So sometimes being silent, smile, be silent, think about Southern finishing school, and let's just handle it as gracefully as possible. Um, I also learned that it's best if I just keep my head down and work and do what I know is best for my family and do what's right by my children with a decision to homeschool, whatever that looks like. Um, I love the term stay in your lane. So for this season of your life, stay in your lane. Do what's best for you and what you're called to do as a homeschool family, and be mindful that it's really nobody else's business what they think of what you're doing. It's not, I mean, it's their business. It's not your business what they think about that. I also have had to learn that I don't take their criticism personally. Sure, they don't know. They are ignorant to what homeschooling may be. They are ignorant to why we've made the choices that we've made, and we don't have to wear that and give a dissertation every time somebody asks us a question. Just think of simple. We're doing what's best for our family at this time. This is what's working. We're really thankful for this opportunity. I'm so thankful that my spouse, in situations where I was the one at home with my children, I expressed my thankfulness for my husband supporting this decision and making it possible for me to be home, and that we were willing to make those sacrifices for this season. um, I also I don't waste my energy on other people's opinions because they really don't matter. It's between me and my husband, it's between me and my God. Okay, so those are just the decisions that I made when we decided to homeschool our children. I also learned to meet confrontations and criticism with a we'll see attitude. When they're 7, we don't really know how this is going to turn out. Now that they're in their 20s, we know how this turned out, and it's all been good. Has it been hard? Absolutely. Has it been worth persevering through? Absolutely. So please be mindful of those confrontations and know that we won't know what these seeds grow into for quite some time. Um, Also, when we're met with confrontations, it's sometimes really good to have a we attitude instead of an I attitude. So I like to say, my husband and I like to say, my kids and we're doing what's best for our family at this time. we're taking this a year at a time, we're taking this a season at a time, however you want to word it. But just to say that this is the choice we've made, be confident in that choice. Don't let them see that they're getting to you. And I will tell you that on the other side of this, our children have been blessed exponentially by by our decision to homeschool. And I think ultimately the critics have fallen to the wayside over the years. And it's been because we were confident, we persevered, and even though my kids were the only ones being asked to recite their multiplication tables at a family event, or my kids were the only ones asked to read something, and it's like they were being quizzed all the time, my kids were the only ones being, under that scrutiny because we were the homeschooled kids. And now they don't ask that anymore. Now they see them as, uh, thriving young adults and they're competent. And so take it a little bit at a time and with that wait and see approach of what's going to be on the other side of this season of homeschooling. So, if you really have doubts and you feel like their criticisms are valid and they come from a place of love, then of course, re-examine what you're doing, but don't let every comment or every question feel like an attack or feel like it's something that you have to re examine what you're doing. All right. So, if you would like to contact me, you can contact me through my website, keldalangpointet.com. If you'd like to set up a consultation, I am available. We also have workshops on Patreon, and everything is linkable through my website, keldalangpointet.com. Thank you.